One of the really interesting things about smoking and smokers is most smokers, if not all, at least all of the ones I see, have rules around smoking. They have rules about when they will smoke, where they will smoke, and almost you could say how they smoke. I've talked to a number of people who don't smoke in the car, don't smoke in their own house. So there are rules around the pattern of smoking. Now, I wonder if you might learn a little bit more about your smoking habit by considering the rules that you have created around your smoking habit. By paying more attention to when you smoke and how you smoke, you're going to learn more about it, bring that subconscious habit up into consciousness, and you'll be better placed to quit. There's one thing that's true about everyone that I have helped quit smoking. And those few people who've come into my clinic and have not managed to quit smoking, the opposite is true. So I want to give you something today that will help explain what you need to quit. What you need is the absolute desire and the commitment to becoming a non-smoker. You can't be half in, half out. You can't try to quit. Try implies failure. Now, the few people that have come in here and have not succeeded in quitting smoking have all told me that they're not ready to quit in some way, that someone's forcing them to come in, that they are still getting something out of their smoking habit. It is only when you decide that you want to quit and you are absolutely certain that you will be able to do so. And it will be not about trying, it'll be about doing. As you're probably aware, smoking is a habit. Sometimes you will do it without thinking about it. Sometimes something will trigger you. But the pattern will be very, very similar every time. And part of why hypnosis is such a great way of helping you quit smoking is we attend to those patterns, the habitual nature of what you are doing. You might say we bring that subconscious habit from being something that you don't think about into something that you do think about up here somewhere. One of the things that you can do right now is just notice when you smoke. So start paying more attention to your pattern of smoking. What triggers you? When do you get cravings? What time of day do you smoke? Starting to pay more attention right now will help you when you finally decide it's time to quit smoking for good. Hypnotherapy is widely regarded as one of, if not the best ways to quit smoking. You can do it without patches and gum and any chemicals. You don't have to use willpower. It's very, very gentle. And the reason for this is we deal with the subconscious, which is where that habit of smoking, you might say, resides. So instead of making it about willpower, we make it about changing the pattern of your behavior so you don't need to smoke anymore. One of the things that you can do to interrupt this pattern of your smoking is to simply swap the hands that you use when you're smoking. Light with a different hand, put the smoke in and out of your mouth with a different hand. With that swap, your pattern starts to become more conscious. This will help you quit. Smoking, more than anything, especially if you've been a long-term smoker, is a habit. The behavior has become habitual. There is a certain way that you smoke. You use your hands in a certain way. You probably even smoke at certain times during the day. Interrupting this habit is one way that you can see how hypnosis can help you quit smoking for life. So here's a challenge for you, something that you might want to test, and it may sound silly at first, but that's okay. It's up to you whether you do this or not. Next time you have a cigarette, when you get halfway through, butt it out. Now, this is going to work for a number of reasons, but primarily it's interrupting your smoking habit. Quitting smoking is not about willpower. Now, absolutely, there have been people who have just simply decided they wanted to quit and by strong force of will have managed to do so, but they are in the vast minority. The reason willpower doesn't work as well for most people is smoking is a habit. It's not a logical activity. And when you try to attend to an illogical activity with logic, then you can see that there's a bit of a mismatch there. And this is why hypnotherapy works, because we attend to the pattern, the behavior, the habit of smoking, rather than trying to convince you to quit. It's not about convincing your logical mind. It's about working with the patterns of behavior and helping you change so you can shift, you can become a non-smoker for life and enjoy health, happiness, and wellness. If you watch the news, ads, read things in magazines, you no doubt have seen that smoking is treated as a physical addiction. Now, it's true there are chemicals involved, and the smoking companies punch these chemicals into cigarettes because they want you to be physically hooked. Here's the thing though, I have never had anyone come into my clinic who has ever had a physical addiction. They've never had any withdrawals that would indicate physical addiction. They have moved past smoking without any need for patches, gums, or sprays, any chemicals at all. In fact, I've seen people who have tried those and they have found they've kept them smoking longer. So it's often the belief that you're chemically addicted that leads you to thinking you need all of these tools, when in actual fact, you can give up smoking without withdrawal symptoms and have no physical effects at all because you don't need to believe that you're physically addicted.